The music theory of trance is really simple actually, and it all exists within this scale, which can be moved to any key. This here is in C minor, but again, you can move this up or down to any key. It's root 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then root again. This is just a basic minor scale, and if you want to make it really basic, you could even get rid of these and just make it like this. Right? But those note divisions or those sort of scale degrees that's all your trance music is going to exist within that. Now, the reason why it seems more complicated a lot of the time is because a lot of times what will happen is this, right? So let's go root. Let's make a little bass line here. So we're going to go root, and then we'll go 3, and then we're going to go 6, but we're going to go down. So that's that same 6th that you saw there, but it's down. So it feels more complicated, right? And then we'll walk back up with the 7th. And that creates a nice little kind of like resolution there. Right, so by taking the scale and putting it across different octaves is really how you get the most kind of emotion out of it. But it's really just that basic scale that you saw at the beginning that all of this exists in. Even if you want to maybe do like this. Right? So it's all those notes just across different octaves creating the thing. So let's drag this over here. I got this drum loop. This preset and the drum loop are out of my Modern Trance Toolkit, which is in the top of the description. And there we go. So using that same scale, let's make a lead pattern now. Now when you're doing the leads, the bass line is really like the chord progression. The lead is more like a sort of logo over top of it, right? So maybe we can go, let's do something with the 5th and the 6th. Right, and you can see it's the same scale degrees that you saw before, but this is more effort placed into like creating something really catchy, which happens with call and response, right? We have our call over here, and then our response over here. And notice like with the bass line and with the lead, I'm putting emphasis on kind of walking back up to the note that we started on. And then maybe here we could like, let's do 7, 6, 5. I'm gonna put this up an octave. Right, and you see, so it's really not that hard. If you follow that scale that I showed you at the beginning, you can really just stick to that. And you can do that in any key. It's just these same divisions. This is just a basic minor scale, really. But what you're doing is you're using it to kind of create less like sad sounding stuff. Like you can definitely have sad trance music, right? But it's more like melancholic and like sort of upbeat with that sad scale. I think that's really a hallmark there of trance music. And we really get that going down like this. How that goes down to that major chord there, right? Because it is a major chord because it's right. Those would be the two notes that would fit together. You can't do G sharp and B would be out of the scale. So then the last element that I like to make for these kind of tracks is like a pad, right? So I have this one. Right? Again, from the Modern Trance Toolkit. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to go even simpler, kind of just building some basic chords. So we're in C minor. Let's just put a long note out with C. And then let's do just a basic C minor chord. Right, we'll do a G there, right? So that's just simple C minor triad, root, third, fifth. And then we can change these notes up to the fourth and the sixth there. And then let's do a seventh there. And another fifth. So it'll kind of resolve again back to when you have the fifth again there. And I'm honestly just going to go back to that chord too. You know, it doesn't always have to be complicated. I think a lot of times that's the thing, like, you want to go to that extra chord there, but, you know, just right back down is working really well too. Let's hear that with just the bass line. And yeah, so once again, I want to show you that scale. As long as you stick to these degrees, really like root, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, you really can't go wrong. It's all happening within that, and then sometimes the ninth. But yeah, it's really like, I think the thing that can be complicated is more so like when you're just looking at this big piano roll and you might not know what you're really doing, and it can seem easy to get lost, but if you stick to these scale degrees, it really can't go wrong. So that's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more music theory videos like this, or maybe even more in depth. I just wanted to show you guys something to quickly get you going here. Once again, you can get Modern Trance Toolkit, which has this drum loop as well as all the presets from the video. It's right at the top of the description on my website. It really helps support me if you guys enjoyed these videos. Thanks for the support, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow with another one.